hate me, don't you?
Tune in to Kons Podcast.
Kons Podcast.
Hate me, don't you?
Hit that like button, subscribe and share.
You hate me, don't you?
So a UPS plane, it was a UPS plane, had crashed near Louisville Airport shortly after it had took off as something was going on with Ridiculousness. Ridiculousness have been canceled after 46 seasons, 900 something episodes. You know what I'm saying? The ratings appeared to drop after Chanel West Coast had left the show. No Limit rapper Young Bleed has unfortunately passed away from a brain aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? This came right after the versus battle we did with Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? It just Jake Paul and Tank Davis, you know what I mean? This fight has officially been canceled. You know what I'm saying? This fight is officially canceled. This club, and also they was looking for replacements, and they hit up Francis Ngannou, and Francis Ngannou said, "Don't disrespect me like that, asking me to fight or somebody like a Jake Paul." Yeah, what's going on? What's happening? What is happening? You know what I mean? What is happening? It's Wednesday, November 5th. It's 4:05 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Real dark and gloomy out here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely overcasted, raining. You know what I'm saying? Gray clouds. You know what I mean? It's the weather I've been waiting for, as y'all know. You know what I mean? Definitely the heat is gone. Ain't no more sunny days. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, welcome in though. You know what I'm saying? Welcome in. You feel me? I know I ain't been recording the past, Monday, Tuesday, 2 days. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all know when I don't record, it be just a whole lot going on. You feel me? A whole lot of bullshit happening. A whole lot of stuff is happening. You know what I mean? To where I didn't record. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't record just due to too many things going on. You know what I mean? Mental space wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Time wasn't right, and some more. You know what I mean? So didn't record the 2 days, but I'm here for you today though on this fine Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Middle of the week on this good hump day. You know what I mean? Ain't no need to go with no recap. Last episode being that it was over 2, 3, 4 days ago. You know what I'm saying? But yeah though, you know what I mean? I got a few topics for you today. You know what I'm saying? In case this your first time here, in case you just subscribed, in case this your first episode, I don't know why you would be when this is episode 326, you feel me? But in case you late to the show, this is where we go over the news, go over the headlines, go over updates, go over current events, whatever that's been happening, whatever you seen when you logged on to your computer, whether your homepage is MSNBC, Yahoo News, Google News, Hip Hop DX, whatever the case may be that you see a headline where you get your news from. I'm probably touching on some of that right here on Kons Podcast. You know what I mean? So keep it tuned in, keep it locked. You know what I mean? To tell your friends about it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm going to update you on some information that you didn't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, though, you know what I'm saying? Without no further ado, without no more chit chat, you know what I mean? And I don't think I'm going to go into the closing thoughts, being that I'm on the time limit right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm going to go into the closing thoughts. I'm going to touch on briefly after each subject. We're not going to have a closing final thought segment on today's episode. You know what I mean? But I got 4 topics for you today. You know what I'm saying? A UPS plane has crashed, landed in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Got the whole thing on tape. Plane fireball crashed down to the landing strip shortly after it took off. We're going to touch on that. Also, Ridiculousness has been canceled after 46 seasons, 900 episodes. This came after Chanel West Coast has left the show. Also, No Limit rapper Young Bleed has passed away from a brain aneurysm right after the versus battle. We're going to touch on that. And also, the Jake Paul and Tank Davis fight is officially canceled. We're going to touch on that and as to why it is canceled. You know, I got clips for everything that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So without no more chit chat, that's what we're going to be getting in today. Let's jump right into these topics, you feel me? So a UPS plane, it was a UPS plane, had crashed near Louisville Airport shortly after it had took off as something was going on with the engine malfunction. The engine had actually came out in the debris when it crashed down. This was also caught on a dash cam of some truck driver. You know what I'm saying? What you're going to see in the next clips that I play. You know what I mean? 11 was injured and 9 people was unalived. You know what I mean? They don't know as to exactly why the plane came down, but it definitely came down, and it was You know what I'm saying? You seen the big fireball it scraped across a whole lot of land. You know what I'm saying? It was a long scrape that it came down. It was a big fiery scene. You know what I'm saying? As you're going to see on the clip, in these clips. You feel me? So the next little clips you're about to see is just all clips pertaining to this UPS plane that crashed landed in Louisville. Check these clips out.
Don't you?
¡Oh my God! Papi, ¿viste? Te lo estoy diciendo, Dios mío. ¡Ay, Dios mío!
Pero que... Vamos a ver.
Papi, cuidado.
Espérate.
¡Ay, Dios mío, señor!
You can imagine a jet full of fuel bound for Hawaii crashing like this would lead to a massive fireball. Now, we're going to show you some of this video, but we do want to let you know that some of these images might be disturbing for some people to watch. The plane crashed near Louisville International Airport, leading to a shelter-in-place order. Officials say the plane was loaded with 250,000 pounds of fuel, had 3 crew members on board. They say this was the plane's 3rd trip of the day, and it experienced some kind of engine trouble at takeoff.
There are more than 100 firefighters on the scene from across the region that are still here, that are working to make it safe for everyone in our community.
It appeared that there was a significant fire in one of the engines as the aircraft was racing down the runway to take off. Theoretically, the airplane should have been able to get airborne on 2 of its 3 engines, but it appears that fire in one of the engines was so catastrophic, so well developed, that it may have prevented the aircraft from ever getting airborne.
UPS posting a statement after the crash saying its heartfelt thoughts are with everyone involved, adding that they will work tirelessly with state and local authorities on response efforts. Now, officials confirm there were no hazardous materials on board, but the crash could cause environmental problems. And while the NTSB is investigating what led up to this crash, Louisville's mayor says Muhammad Ali International Airport has reopened 1 runway this week.
Holy get the fuck away from me, like, bro, I think it's crap, bro. Holy they are dead, bro.
Is a plane engine, and is most likely the reason as to why the UPS plane crashed at Louisville International Airport. Yes, if you didn't know, 9 people unfortunately lost their lives yesterday. As far as I could see, there's only about 11 people that are injured at this moment. Do keep in mind, the plane literally didn't even take off. I mean, as soon as it went up, it came back down. But pieces of it crashed into a recycling plant nearby. And also, obviously, like you can see here from yesterday, it affected local businesses that were around the area as well. Here's what I find interesting, right? Because UPS actually halted operations at Worldport. That's the Louisville package handling facility, if you didn't know. Those operations have been halted. Do keep in mind, that is 20,000 employees, 300 daily flights, and over 400,000 packages are sorted per hour. That's a pretty big impact if you ask me, and that's not even considering the smoke that's still in the air. The NTSB, which is the National Transportation Safety Board, which will investigate the cause of the crash, is also impacted by the government shutdown. Now, this plane was on the way to Hawaii, okay? This plane made a trip not even a week ago and didn't have any prior issues. It was carrying 38,000 gallons of fuel, which I guess is necessary if you're making a trip to Hawaii. But I've been seeing people mention that the MD-11, which is the plane that obviously crashed, was due to be taken out of service. Imagine how short-staffed they could have been, especially when it comes to something like maintenance. And then you have the air traffic controllers, which who knows how many air traffic controllers were actually communicating with the plane when it had actually crashed. I would like to hear the communications between the tower and the plane, because who knows if the pilots were actually communicating that there was some sort of malfunction.
Yes, you seen plane crashing down in the fiery blaze. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculousness have been canceled after 46 seasons, 900 some episodes. You know what I'm saying? The ratings appear to drop drop after Chanel West Coast had left the show. I mean, I guess MTV want to get back to the basics of MTV and start showing more music instead of the reality-based content that they constantly show. You know what I mean? TMZ had caught up with Chanel West Coast and asked her about the accent cutoff of Ridiculousness. You know what I mean? Asked her if she was shocked by it and all. You know what I mean? The next little clips you're about to see is just little clips and people pertaining to Ridiculousness being canceled after 900 episodes. I forgot I was going to go into little thoughts about these. You know what I'm saying? So that first one, the plane that crashed. I don't know what's going on with these plane crashes. You know what I mean? To give you some little thoughts on that. I don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is like the third, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, whatever it is that we done seen. You know what I mean? This ain't the first plane crash that we done seen in the past 5-6 months. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the deal is with these planes dropping out the sky. A lot of them seem to be dropping as soon as after they take off. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on. They need to upgrade the steel, upgrade the metal, upgrade the planes. I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? But something needs to be upgraded because these planes are failing. You feel me? The passengers that's on them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, quick little thoughts on that. So let's get into the clips of this Ridiculousness being canceled. TMZ had caught up with Chanel West Coast and asked her about this in these next little clips that you're about to see on this Ridiculousness being canceled out. Check it out.
Hey Chanel, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Now you already know what I have to ask you about. I have to ask you, what do you think about Ridiculousness getting canceled? Had you heard the news?
Of course I heard the news. You know how algorithms work. So as soon as the news came out, it was all on my timeline. It's sad. It's the end of an era, but it's the beginning of, for me especially, I've got a lot of new things going on. So, when old things go out, new things come in. And so all good things have to come to an end. And, it's sad. It really, truly is. I feel like I grew up on that show.
Yeah, no, seriously. And I heard that it was like kind of above Rob's head. Like it was a decision directly from MTV, Like, were you shocked to hear it?
I don't want to say I was shocked.
It was on for so long.
Let me tell you, if every single day somebody is like, the show's not the same without you. I get told that every day. So, I feel like it was a bit different since I left the show. But, yeah,
And do you think that contributed to like a decrease in viewership? Well, that, and it's also on like 24/7. It's the only thing that MTV shows you.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people maybe just felt like it was a little oversaturated or something. I truly felt like the world needed a show like that right now. I just feel like it makes people laugh, it makes people happy, and that's what we need more of. So I feel like it was not the best time for a show like that to go away. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, all good things must come to an end. I think maybe they're gonna try to revamp MTV, maybe bring back like more music. People sit there and watch. I forgot what the exact statistic is, but people sit there and watch music videos so much all day long on YouTube, and so it's like MTV was the first to do that. So I see them maybe trying to bring back more of the music, and like I said, people love to laugh. I think MTV had some of the funniest reality shows that there ever were. Also, this is a funny thing. Like even after I gave birth, for example, I'm in the hospital. There was like two good things to watch on TV. It was Ridiculousness and Seinfeld. I was like, well, I'm gonna watch Seinfeld because I'm not gonna sit here and watch myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I realized though it's also something people watch in hospitals. I get a lot, yes, bars, but I get a lot of people telling me that they're like, this show helped my dad was, recovering from surgery, and it helped him get through that time. And, that's something that I think Ridiculousness, that's why it went for so long. It brought a lot of joy to people in hard times, even to myself. There was times I was going through personal shit in my life. I come to work and I'm laughing my ass off. You know what I mean? So it brings joy to people's lives, and it did for a very long time. Like, I feel like it should have went for like a couple more years just so we could get through some, because there's so much like drama going on all over the world right now, and I just feel like that's the type of show where it's a release from all of those things, but they're gonna come with some new stuff. I think MTV's gonna do a revamp. It's just what I'm guessing. We'll see, but
maybe
I got some TV things in the works too. We'll see. Maybe you'll see me on TV screens again soon.
Today, Ridiculousness has just been canceled, ending the longest-running series in MTV history after 14 years. Sources have told TMZ that the decision was told to the cast and crew this week that the show would end after this season. The show went dark in July and was supposed to return in January, but we've learned that previously produced episodes will still air through 2026, but no more original episodes will be made. We are told that MTV is working to reimagine their network and explore fresh formats. This marks the end of an era for the show hosted by Rob Dyrdek, Stilo Brim, and Lauren Wood. The show first premiered in 2011 and had over 30 seasons with 900 plus episodes. It's a sad day for TV, but what was your favorite memory of Ridiculousness?
Dyrdek, okay, and Ridiculousness have been canceled after 14 years. I mean, this is just one of those things where you hate to see it, but you honestly expect it. Okay, if you guys didn't see Ridiculousness, like, I just want you to know, I grew up on it. Okay, you would have just watched this as a kid and think, ooh, oh my gosh, and then people would just do scorpions, and they would just get hit in the nuts or whatever it may be. They get crazy guests on there, it'd be awesome. Like, it used to be like the premier, like, talk show. Like, everybody watched it. Everybody knew who Dyrdek was. Now it's kind of like, if you talk about Ridiculousness, the only people who know are, like, people who are probably graduating high school, and then no one younger than that is going to have watched it. I mean, honestly, it was just a great show, but it's still going to be airing in 2026, ironically. Apparently, they're still making a few new episodes, and when they're done with the set up episodes, they're done. Like, they said they'll be re-airing episodes seasons, but they won't be making very more, like, new episodes, and I wouldn't count on them actually, like, you know, keeping on the air much longer either. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys watched it, and if so,
you know, Chanel West Coast and what she had to say about Ridiculousness coming to an end. It is definitely an end of a era. You know what I mean? I definitely watch Ridiculousness a lot. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing on TV, I'm watching Ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't watching nothing on TV, I'm definitely watching Ridiculousness. You know what I mean? My TV used to stay on that channel. All they play is Ridiculousness on MTV. So every time you turn my TV on, it was definitely Ridiculousness being shown. You know what I mean? And it's wild that they are canceling it after so long. People have grown up on this show. Some of the new gens, you know what I mean? Some of the young people, you know what I mean, who was born in like a 2000 or a 1999 or 2001 or something, grew up on Ridiculousness. You know what I'm saying? This is what they seen and what they watched every day. So it's crazy that they canceling it after so long, you know what I mean? But everything got to come to a end, though. You feel me? No Limit rapper Young Bleed has unfortunately passed away from a brain aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? This came right through the versus battle we did with Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? It just was on stage performing, looking cool, looking happy to be up on stage with all those peoples. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a dope little concert, but it was definitely went to the hospital right after that for a brain aneurysm. You know what I mean? A lot of people were sending out prayers and hoping he was going to pull through, but he could not pull through and passed away of that brain aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? So these next little clips you're about to see is just certain little clips about Young Bleed passing away. Check it out.
Bleed from No Limit passes away at age 51. You got reports of No Limit rapper Young Bleed unfortunately passing away from a brain aneurysm, right? I'm like, man, this is crazy, because you had Young Bleed just performing recently. Like, what? When was the verses? A week ago? He was just performing on stage with Master P during the No Limit Cash Money verses, right? He was out there bopping. Didn't seem like anything was wrong with him. He was cool and got up there, performed or whatever. Most people said No Limit won the verses or whatever. But it's crazy, man. He lost his life, man, from this brain aneurysm. I really didn't even know that you could die from that, right? I believe Dr. Dre had a brain aneurysm situation before. Kim Kardashian also had one. But rest in peace, Young Bleed, man. That's crazy, man. Little do we know that would be his last performance that he did during this verse.
You know what I'm saying? It's tragic news. You know what I'm saying? Young Bleed had passed away. You feel me? I can't tell you too much about his music. I wasn't really a No Limit fan. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely understand and knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had a verse, I believe, on Bout It. Some of the Master P's classic hits. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Young Bleed, though. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Young Bleed, man. It's always sad to see one of the rappers that we grew up listening to, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That we didn't hear about them passing. You know what I mean? It's definitely not no good news to hear about. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? What's happening? Yeah, if you liking all this daily content that I'm posted Monday through Friday, you know what I'm saying, that you get Kons podcast. You know what I mean? I'm hitting you with something about these headlines, about these news, updating you on current that I might have talked about previously. If you with Kons Podcast, hit that subscribe button. Now's your time to do that. Do that right now. You know what I'm saying? To tell somebody about it, hit the like button too and comment on what you may think about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, share, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit right now. Let's get back to the episode. Jake Paul and Tank Davis, you know what I mean? This fight has officially been canceled. You know what I'm saying? This fight is officially canceled. You know what I mean? Officially canceled due to Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He has some allegations about some domestic violence case, about him going into some bar where his baby mama was at, and apparently he had dragged her out of this bar. You know what I'm saying? Dragged her out in a violent fashion, and apparently this is all on some type of camera caught on tape somewhere, you know what I mean, at a club called, I believe it's called Trixies, which is some hot spot out there in Miami, you know what I mean, and this is where it happened at, so it probably is all on camera. So Jake Paul has decided to cancel the fight due to he has a bunch of women fighters on his team, and he is trying to make women champions, you know what I'm saying, so he couldn't let the platform, he said, couldn't let him capitalize off his platform, you know what I mean. He also called him a piece of and said he was a garbage man, you know what I'm saying? He was a garbage person, you know what I mean? He said he was also unprofessional and not arriving to photo shoots on time and not promoting the fight like they said they was bumping and so on, you know what I mean? Just said he was pretty much unprofessional, you know what I'm saying? So the next little clip you're about to see is just clips of people talking about this fight being canceled. They also touched on this on the Breakfast Club, and also they was looking for replacements, and they hit up Francis Ngannou, and Francis Ngannou said, "Don't disrespect me like that, asking me to fight somebody like a Jake Paul." He felt offended by being asked to fill in for Tank Davis to come and fight Jake Paul. Also got that clip for you, but they've been talking to Ryan Garcia, Terrence Crawford, a bunch of other names that was thrown out there that could fill in the shoes of Tank Davis that he was supposed to be fighting November 14th, which would have been next week, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the next little clip you're about to see is just little clips on this matter, you know what I'm saying, on Tank Davis and Jake Paul, the fight being canceled, and also the clip of Francis Ngannou of them hitting him up for a fill-in, and he said, "Don't disrespect me like that." Check it out.
Yeah, we're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I was like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? He was like, yeah, can I, can you, we think about you to fight Jake? I'm like, what? See, we think about you to fight Jake to replace Javante. I'm like, which Jake? You know, I was so confused, you know, I wasn't expecting that at all. And see, yeah, Jake Paul, you know, he's fighting. And I'm like, no, bro, come on, don't disrespect me like
it's
that.
It's really scripted. Like, you really going off of something, huh? You see how you just threw that out there, Floyd, so I could just, y'all might not catch it, but right, okay.
What did you say? What did you say? I don't
Nothing.
know.
She said we caught it, so we on the same page.
Alicia?
He for sure paid him to ask that question. For sure. He looked like he paid him. Look. The media doesn't cover the good things, and sometimes you have to spotlight that out. You got to give back. You got to give to get.
A damn shame, man. Tank and Jake Paul's fight has been cancelled, and do you know what? It was the right call. Love what Jake Paul is doing with women in boxing. He's really championing them, and you can't put these women and champion these women and then have them on the same undercard as a man who has allegations like that. It just kind of doesn't make sense. Really frustrating to see. But somebody who also loves Tank, you're making it really hard to be your fan, man. And Tank has it all: the personality, the charisma, the power. He can sell. He can sell. And you want to watch a Tank fight. You definitely want to watch a Tank fight. Why? Tank could do so much. Oh, it's so frustrating to see. Sort it out, Tank, man. Sort it out.
40 million, you want to fight him? I'll do 2 rounds, you do 2?
No. But listen, I will say this too. This is probably the first time in a long time that Tank hasn't been the A side. And I wonder if that was messing with him as well. Because Jake Paul is absolutely the A side. And yes,
right, that ego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate to see when people get in their own way, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, they get in their own way for a huge payday to make sure that he could take care of his family, his kids, and you know.
Well, we're only hearing one side, even though we've heard this from a lot of different people. We're still only hearing one side.
We are. And I did
But the
reach
fact
out.
the fight's not going to happen is Is, you know, that's
a lot of people
you reached out to Javante.
Not him directly, and I mean, if you want to help me, just I know that you also I reached out to a team member that I knew that worked with him that would not give me any comment. But one of the biggest things when you talk about envy, what you're talking about, like people getting in their own way, is you got to think about like why people show up for Javante Tank Davis so much. Like he represents so much from people from where he's from certain areas. He employs so many people. So something like this, especially if this is about to be what it's about to look like for the rest of his career, because he's been saying he doesn't even want to fight anymore. This is a horrible way to go out on top of everything that he's done. So it's just sad to see.
All right. Well, that is the latest for Lauren. Thank you, Lauren.
You're welcome.
All right.
Yo, did you know how water gets inside of a coconut? You ever think about that?
You high? She definitely.
No, look. Do you know how water gets inside? Do you drink coconut water?
All right, yeah. Tell us how. Right? Tell us how.
When you hungover. All right. So this is the thing. The coconut liquid is referred to as endosperm, right? So it's a creamy tissue that produces.
The texture is like that.
Yeah. That's crazy, right?
It was crazy.
High thoughts from Jesse.
Don't play like that, yo. For real. No. It's not my thought. I saw it. It's these two guys that be doing like making you think. I think they be high, but it's not me.
I'm definitely high right now.
I'm looking like, dang, no, I'm not. I'm really not. Y'all can really see it.
Your eyes are low. Your eyes are kind of low this morning.
Big ass lashes. No, I'm serious. Like that's crazy though. Coconut endosperm.
All right. When we come back, we got
front page. Javante was showing up to the Jake Paul promotions. They was like, you know what? Let's.
What you say?
We got front page news when we come back, man. And then Pastor Michael Tyler.
Just letting you know, talking about this cancellation now, it's crazy that it's being canceled. A lot of people are saying, is it ego? Is there something going on in Javante Davis' mind? He was putting out there that he was all such in a good headspace, the best headspace he ever been in. He said all this, you know what I mean? And now it's being canceled because you did something to your baby mama, dragged her out of a club, whatever the case may be, man. And now that money that you was going to get, which is rumored you was going to touch like $40 million for this fight, which is outrageous, you know what I'm saying? And now the bag is canceled, so it's all bad for Tank Davis, man. I definitely wanted to see this fight, though, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to see it, if Tank was going to really put these paws on Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, you know what I mean, finally need to do it, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he's definitely just making a mockery of people that go all their life training for boxing, you know what I'm saying? And get in the ring and try to get that main spot, you know what I'm saying? And he's just doing it with money and exhibition fights and setting rules the way he wants and manipulating contracts and so on, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sue people who say I'm manipulating the contract and this and that. Like, I don't want to hear it, man. I'm tired of seeing it myself. Ticket sales was having the problem selling that they said with this fight, you know what I mean? So I think people is just tired of seeing Jake Paul fight these fighters that are just handpicked and just in it for the bag. Because the passion is gone, the real love for the sport is gone. I mean, boxing is slowly turning into the WWE. I mean, they might as well start writing scripts out because it's getting ridiculous. Money is taking over the sport. Cash prize fights is taking over the sport. Exhibition fights, fighters fighting mixed weight classes. This is 100 pounds fighting people that's 200 pounds. Ain't no rules or nothing set with these exhibition fights. That's why they're not sanctioned by WBC, WBO. No real official boxing organization or federation or association is not affiliated with these fights that Jake Paul throws. You know what I'm saying? Look at his belt. You feel me? His belt is made up of a bunch of bullshit and Cartier watches on it and a bunch of retarded things that has nothing to do with boxing. You feel me? That he put on this champion belt that he creatively made himself. You know what I mean? So I think people was just tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We want to see him fight somebody real. I think we was anticipating this fight because this is an actual boxer that he was going to fight, but now Tank couldn't keep his head out of the trouble basket. You know what I'm saying? But that's something I really wanted to see, but Tank couldn't stay out of trouble, man. Now the fight is canceled. You feel me? So who gonna be the one to knock Jake Paul out. I don't know, you know what I mean? I thought it would have been Tank Davis, but he can't keep his mental out the street, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got for today, though, you know what I mean? Quick 4 little topics, you know what I'm saying? Being that I ain't record, I had to give y'all something, keep y'all updated on something, being that it is Wednesday, and I didn't record nothing Monday and Tuesday. But for good reason, you feel me? It's definitely, I didn't want to give y'all a me that was not feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Or in a bad mental space because of the bullshit going on around me and all this. I didn't want to be that, you know what I mean? I didn't want to put that out there like that. I like to keep my energy how it is on my podcast, you know what I'm saying? For all y'all that tune in and watch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's everything we went over today, though. You know what I mean? Quick little recap in case you was doing something, in case you was eating, in case you was breaking up a fight, you had to go discipline your kids, maybe you was pulling up, got too drunk, you passed out, whatever the case may be. There's a quick little recap that we just went over, you feel me? So I just let you know about a UPS plane that crashed in Louisville shortly after taking off. It was in a fiery blaze caught on the dash cam that I just showed you in the clips. Also, Ridiculousness has been canceled after 46 seasons and over 900 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculousness is being canceled out. Also let you know that No Limit rapper Young Bleed has also passed away from a brain aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? Also let you know Jake Paul and the Tank Davis fight is canceled. You know what I mean? Due to him having domestic violent charges or a video out or something, a lawsuit from the BM that he drug out the club, something like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's everything we went over today, you feel me, on Kons Podcast. This has been episode 326. You know what I mean? Thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank all y'all for watching. You know what I mean? Because we all know that you could have been doing anything that you wanted to do in the world, no matter who you was. You feel me? Whether you was a younger brother or older brother, whether you was a big sister, little cousin, older cousin, you know what I'm saying? Whether you was a mother, father, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you know what I mean? You could have been cousin Pete, cousin Man, cousin Nunu, cousin PP, cousin New, whoever, you feel me? And if y'all got pets there, whether your pet is a cat, you have a pet dog, a pet cat, you have a pet hyena, let's say you got a pet goldfish, you have a pet bearded dragon, a pet alligator, a pet lizard, whoever your pet is, you know what I'm saying? If they watching Kons Podcast tuned in to it, I definitely switch your pet, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you see the homie scrolling up the screen giving you that good salute, you know what I mean? But thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. It's been episode 326 of Kons Podcast. You feel me? The beat that you about to hear taking y'all to these credits while these credits roll was definitely made by the homie Amazing Beats. You feel me? Rest in peace to my dog man. You know what I'm saying? So let talk to y'all through these beats while these last minute commentary on these credits roll up the screen. You know what I'm saying? Episode 326. You feel me? Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all next episode. Constant content.
Wait me, don't you? Wait me, don't you?
Constant content.
Wait me, don't you?
Motherfucking podcast.
Wait me, don't you? 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 Wait me, don't you?
We're looking for a replacement, but I still haven't get it. I'm like, okay, then what exactly can I do for you? He was like, yeah, can I like we would think about you to fight Jake. I'm like, what? See, we think about you to fight Jake to replace Javonte. I'm like, which Jake? You know, like, I was so confused, you know, like, I wasn't expecting that at all. And see, Jake Paul, you know, he's fighting. I'm like, no, bro, come on, don't, don't disrespect me like that.
Rob Deerdeck, okay, and Ridiculousness have been canceled after 14
that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?
You hate me, don't you?